Well, welcome back, everyone. We have Dan Hodges from the Johnny Appleseed Metro Park District in, and last time we talked about the maple tree, but this time you're going to be discussing even a little bit more.
Yeah, about the process of making maple syrup. What an exciting time, right? So we mentioned a couple weeks ago, we talked about how maple tree, specifically the sugar maple tree, is not only making sugar like the rest of the trees, but it has the structure to be able to produce pressure inside the tree. So you poke a hole in there with a little spile, a little metal straw. That's what I tell the kids. And you poke a hole in there, and then out drains beautiful maple sap, right? So this has got the sugar in it, but it's 97% water and maybe 3% sugar. Yeah. So now the question is, how do we go from this to the syrup that we love to put on, hopefully, your pancakes or your ice cream or in your beverages or in your cookies or whatever, make an old-fashioned. This is so the process of going from here to a more concentrated solution. There's a couple of ways that we do this. One, when it freezes, especially when it freezes that top layer, like not the whole thing's frozen solid, but you can take that ice and throw it out, because that's just water, and the sugar is concentrated in the liquid solution, sort of beneath the ice. And then we do a lot of boiling. And what an interesting thing to sort of study and try to learn about is the ways people have been boiling this for centuries, right? This has been going on a long time before European settlers showed up in North America. So people have been doing this and extracting the sugar from trees and using it for a long time. So we're looking at the process of how people do that and the tools that we've used is really, I think, fascinating. Nowadays, we even use reverse osmosis. That's another way beside just boiling or freezing. So nowadays, we use an evaporator a lot. And what an interesting, you add the sap to one side, and as it boils, the other side, you pull syrup out of. It takes a while. It takes a long time to boil it off. We like to share this at the Park District through our Maple Festival. We have a great time doing this, and we've kind of changed things up just a little bit this year. So you'll come and you'll see some new things. We got food trucks coming out to Maple Fest. We've got crafts. We've got we got maple stickers that you can have. So we're gonna have a lot of fun doing that. But my favorite, and I know that you're excited about this, Chris, is when we go beyond syrup. So when we take our maple syrup and we boil it just a little bit further. Okay. So removing more water from syrup. So we're going past syrup here to maple sugar. And so I got a bag of maple sugar here. This literally is the sugar that the leaves are producing in the tree. All we did, and by we, I don't mean me, I just mean people. I didn't do the work, I just eat the sugar. But all we did was take the water out. That's it. That's all. This came from the tree, that's it. There's no added ingredients or preservatives or coloring or flavoring. And you can even smell it. Smell that right there. Ooh,
oh, that smells
good. So here we go. This is what we do with the kids. We put a little bit in the palm of your hand, and listen, if you want to, you can lick it. If your hands aren't clean, they'll be clean after this. But a lot of times we just, well, don't snort it, but I just pop it. Here we go, just like this. Here we go.
That's really good.
It's everything. Everything you love about maple is in the sugar, and it's delicious. Of course, like I said, you can put it into all sorts of products. Make it into your cookies. Put it into your beverages. That's a good idea. Put it on your pancakes, etc. And we want you to try it. So we have a maple syrup vendor coming out making maple cotton candy. I mean,
nice.
You name it. We'll try to have it here at the Maple Fest. That's coming up on Saturday, March 2nd.
Okay, so I can tell you I've been to this Maple Fest before, and I absolutely loved it. It was a lot of fun. I took my mom, my dad, my aunt, my cousin. We had a great time. You're going through the trails. You're learning all the history behind different things. You see how things are working, how things were done in the past. Like, it was awesome. And at the end, we bought maple syrup.
That's it.
And it was the best tasting maple syrup I've ever had.
Of course. It's Ohio product. And we're doing things a little differently, and not so much a guided tour as more of a festival atmosphere with the food trucks and some additional things. So if you liked Maple Festival in the past, come on out to Maple Fest. That's March 2nd from noon to 4. So it's just a one-day program. and you know, kind of limited time there. So you got to get out while the syrup is hot.
All right, so March 2nd. That'll be from noon to 4.
Yeah.
Maple Fest.
That's at Teddy Bear Park, by the way.
Same place
Teddy Bear Park. So
okay.
that's on the just east of I-75, just off of 81 on Dixie Highway. So.
All right. Well, Dan, thank you so much for joining us today. I appreciate it.
I'm glad to be here. Enjoy the maple syrup.
Oh, yeah. Well, don't go away because we have more when we return.